And we'll keep that. Mind affecting. This device, okay, that's just your basic stealth field. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. Now, this is the way we came in, and this is the way we were headed. Oh, looks like you've found yourself an injury somewhere.
Sure.
Oh, right, we fought those droids. You must have got yourself injured.
How did you get in here?
Through the door there. Push the button and it kind of goes up
Lord
to the side.
Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right? See? What a...
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
Not so much, actually.
It was a Jedi.
So we've got one guy that survived the field. Let's go and attack him. And while we're at it, we probably won't get time to actually do this. Disengage this.
Yes.
I think I might need this speed for the Jedi. Depends how good he is. Okay. And back to me, and I'm just going to stasis the guys again. Got my speed installed. There we go. If at first.
Let's see what you got.
I will be your doom!
Right. Not much to say about that. Retinal combat implant, that might be worth taking a look at. Again, for the Wookiee, if not for me. Why my throat's sore today? Excuse me for a sec. It may have something to do with the 1,650 videos that I uploaded yesterday, or it may have nothing to do with that at all.
Yes?
So I think we're probably wrapped up. Deadly plasma mine. Whoops. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have taken those gloves off. Oh well. Datapad. Oh, actually I heal quite well. Even with my lower heal skill. Alright. I'm sure you're glad you don't damage your armor and stuff like that. That would be just too fiddly. Now, I was coming in to take a look at the Datapad. Show quest items. There we go. This datapad contains detailed descriptions of you and Bastila. It also has the brief message, Bastila has escaped Taris. Whoever can find and dispose of her and her Jedi companion will be greatly rewarded by Lord Malak himself. And then the rest of this stuff we've already seen, I think. Oh, we have the Gaffy stick. I guess we're probably going to be heading back to that planet again. Was it Tatooine? No, it was the other Uween. And Dantooine. I can't remember which is which. The Sand Planet, anyway. We'll be heading back one more time to talk to Mission's brother. What was Mission's brother's name? My memory for names is terrible. Nope, can't remember. Anyway, moving on. he apparently said that he would have a bunch of credits for us, which of course is outright nonsense, but we have to go back one more time to sort of wrap up missions side quest. And we'll probably do that after Otto. This should generate some interest because I'm going to walk out the front door right into the lobby of the Sith area here. You there, human. You are placed under arrest of the Otto City Civil Authority. What? Why? Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapons discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It would seem that contact has been cut. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost, and fighting apparently began. This is the conclusion of the Otto City Civil Authority that you are responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest. You will come with us to await your trial. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manan. We will leave now. Do not attempt to resist, or we will resort to overwhelming force. That doesn't look all that overwhelming to me, actually, considering what I just did. Greetings, human. I am called Wallace, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial. Okay. What have I been charged with? With what have I been charged? You have been charged with initiating violence from within the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambrose de Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding your own laws regarding violence in Otto City, our own laws. How will you get me free? What can I do? I would first ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I have already been given all the relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be disregarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Embassy? I broke in. Illegal acts seem to be a common occurrence among you off-worlders. I am not terribly surprised by your actions, but the judges will want to hear a little more convincing reason. What is your prior association with the Sith? I am on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy. The Sith are an expansionistic power, true, and at war with the Republic. You may make your personal mission to foil them. The authorities take a dim view of it taking place here. I think you will need more thorough explanation in order to convince the judges. That should be all the information I require of you for now. If you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you are ready. I think I'd rather represent myself. Okay, here's another one of those word puzzles. And you can do very well or very poorly at this as well. Do I want to represent myself? I have proof that the Sith are evil. Indeed, and what is that? This Datapad proving they are kidnapping young Selkath. This is most disturbing. We should take this evidence and present it before the court right away. Oh, I'm lucky I read that. Your past experience as arbiter in the Sunry case may aid in your defense now, human, but you must do a better job yourself, given the crimes you are faced with. You stand accused of the grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to the embassy here. How do you plead? Well, guilty on those charges. When was the last time I quick-saved? Well, probably not that long ago. We may be doing the same thing we did last time. Guilty. You are guilty? You admit your crime? Yes. Then I suppose sentence you for the further... Oh, okay. That's clearly not the solution that... Okay, load game. Quick save. let's try that once again with feeling. And we'll just quickly back. We'll skip quickly past this discussion. What? Why? Let's see. What have I been charged with? How will you get me free? What can I do? I broke in. I am to stop them from taking over the galaxy. I have proof they are evil. This Datapad, they are kidnapping young Selkath. Okay, let's try not to be so literal then. How do you plead? Not guilty. Let the record show that this trial has commenced. Presiding judges are Shekar, Jasar, KotOR, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of this individual in the recent assault on the Sith Embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of the court and proceed directly. You have pleaded not guilty, yet there were reports of weapon fire and detonations from within the Sith Embassy. You were seen entering. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of the disturbance. What is the explanation for being in the Sith Embassy? I was investigating the disappearances of young Selkath. Do you believe that the Sith had something to do with this disappearance? The off-worlder was probably been listening to Shellas and his rumor-mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption, human? I have this datapad of proof that the Sith were up to no good. And I have this as well. Let it be noted the court has taken new evidence into consideration. This is most disturbing. The court will adjourn. We have verified that this indeed is a Sith datapad indicating their complicity in a plot to overthrow the lawful government of Manaan. In gratitude for having discovered this heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident have been dropped, pending a suitable penalty against the Sith. Their embassy is considered off-limits to all Atto City security personnel. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until this matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protection of Selkath laws. You have been found innocent and may leave as you desire. This trial is now over. Well, that was easy. Certainly went better than when I admitted to the crime. Okay. So the next place I want to go to, if I can remember where it was it in here? There was a guy... Yeah, here he is. Human, you return. Have you information for me? Have you discovered the fate of the missing Selkath youth? Have you news of my daughter, Shasa? Oh, that was his daughter. Well, yes, attractive young lady fish thing she was. Not yet. I have information for you. Excellent. You have done well. What have you learned? The Sith are training the Selkath youth in the ways of the Dark Jedi. Yes, this makes sense. It is a wonder. I did not see this before. Manaan's greatest strength is our neutrality. If Malak brainwashes our youth and indoctrinates them in the ways of the Sith, he will have a strong following among the Selkath people, strong enough to seize control of the Manaan and our KotOR. My daughter, Shasa, she too has been indoctrinated into the Sith camp. I've convinced your daughter to turn her back on the Sith ways. Human, if you speak the truth, I am forever in your debt, and yet my joy is tempered by the knowledge that the Sith still walk freely about Manaan. Hopefully the testimony of my daughter will be enough proof of their actions to make Atto City authorities take action. Well, I hope so. You have done much for me, human. Here are the credits I promised you. I only wish I had more to give. Keep your credits, Shellas. A Jedi has no need of such rewards. Ah, how sweet. You refuse my reward? Truly, you humans are a noble breed. Perhaps my species has underestimated your kind.
Hey, kid. That was a good thing you did there. Almost brought a tear to this old man's eye.
That's
This
cataracts.
is how we Jedi should always act. With honor.
Please excuse me now, human. I must speak to the Manaan authorities about this Sith plot and what they have done to my beloved daughter. And we got some level ups. Excellent.
Yes?
How about we level you up? And no computer use. No, we'll just throw in awareness. My default dumping ground for all the extraneous points. And nope. No, I don't think you need to be throwing your lightsaber. Sure, we'll force armor. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Done. And how about you? Sure. Looks good. And they recommend... Nope. They really want people throwing their lightsabers all over the place. I'm not into it. Looks like same again for you. What is this one? Affliction. Oh, it's poisoning. And plaguing. Alright. Just curious. Alright. Good stuff. So, what next? Well, let's take a look here. Candra's Juhani Star Map, Quest for the Star Map Missions, Brother, Republic hiring mercenaries. Don't know yet. Jolie, threat from Zor. Bears Race Special Grudge. Oh, yes. Swoop Race's mission for the Republic. Now, I guess our next step is simply finding the star map. So, to that end, we can go back to the Republic base, wherever that may be. Hang on. Okay, I'll pause Fraps and find that. And we get to talk to the Republic dude again. And I believe that will progress things for us, or make progress for us, or have us progress in things. I will be right back. Alright, so I believe we're approaching the Republic base. We're in this area on the map. Going to talk with this dude. We promised to get him the droid memory core. Of course, with the Sith base completely obliterated, I really don't think it matters, but that's what he asked for.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Indeed. Here's your trinket.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manan is the sole source of KotOR, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
What has the Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes KotOR exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway. So we made a deal.
What sort of deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest KotOR directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Why have you not investigated?
As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
How will I get down there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our KotOR packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest, and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Alright, so we're going to get a little more exciting at last. The sort of the speech quests are interesting enough, especially when you're playing the game. They're actually quite enjoyable, aside from all the running around. That gets a little thin after a while. But I'm not so sure how exciting they come across on a Let's Play. So, as luck would have it for you guys, more fighting! But as you may even be able to hear, my throat is feeling quite sore. Use the submersible, so I may end it as I land. And come back later. Yes, this seems to be a, well, aside from the corpses littering the landscape, seems to be a safe enough spot to say, I thank you for watching, and I thank you for listening. I encourage you to leave comments, suggestions, or infantile abuse. I promise I read it all. And if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, or give me the thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one, where we get to fight in an underwater base against sharks and, ooh, all sorts of exciting things. See you next time, guys.